if you were to play Tropicoqueta to your 16-year-old self in Colombia with your family, what do you think that she would think of it?
Oh, crazy. Yeah, crazy.
Hi friends, it's your girl Emily Karol back here in our iHeartRadio studios in New York City, and today we are joined by global superstar Karol G is here with us. Can we show some love for Karol G in our studio?
Wow.
Our whole crew is here.
Thank you.
We are so happy to have you here. What
super
an
happy.
exciting time, 1 month of Tropicoqueta. It is out. The fans are loving, it's enjoying, and this has felt like just such a celebration, such a fun album cycle. The press tours, the performances, the outfits. Tell me
Everything.
about
It's a world.
Yeah, tell me
think
about this world.
It's a universe of who I am. And I think that's the most special thing about this album is to see all the things that made me and shaped me as a singer, as a woman, as a person, as a Latina. So for me to have this album out and just to see how it gets its own life, because one thing is when I'm creating it, and the other thing, and when it gets to the people, is kind of the circle path of it, and I'm super happy. We're celebrating a month. I don't know. I think I'm getting connected to my people in a different way, and I'm super happy about that.
Tell me what it's like, again, a month of this special project for you out, seeing the fans react. Has there been anything that's been surprising for you? What has it been like to see their reactions and their feedback to the album?
First, the most beautiful thing for me is to see how it connects different generations. To see how, like, my fans from now, like in really young ages, they're connecting with their parents, their family, their aunts, uncles, and they're just shooting the video, dancing, and get connected to the music that we used to hear before. So it's kind of, now we can listen to a Karol G song mixed with Los Melódicos or this old music that represents us too. So that's one of the beautiful things that I love the most. And then I think it's kind of to get the people to know all of the different genres that as a Latinos we have. That's beautiful because I always speak about a specific moment in my career last year where I was like having an interview and with someone that was speaking about like the Latina music it was just urban music.
Yes, I read this. I read you talking about this.
And that shocked me a little bit because me, Carolina, myself, I love to hear all the different genres of music that we have. And I was in my home, we used to hear, like, to listen to everything. So I was like, no, let me explain you. And I was like trying, and I was kind of frustrating to make him understand. But I understand too that right now, urban music in our Latina community it's popping up for the last years. So I was like, let me do my homework and let me take the place that I have right now to show the people the universe of sounds that we have and that we are. So that's why I think I love this album the most. And one thing that I recognize is getting me to different people that I used to have with my different albums. Like right now, when I perform my songs live in different places that we have done, like different actions with different platforms, it's crazy because I see new faces, new people, different ages. So I'm super happy. I'm like opening my arms and just getting the blessings.
I love that because it's one thing too when an artist loves an album, you can feel that as a fan. And like you said, this was this return to your roots. You touched on this, but what were those early sounds and artists that you feel like defined the earliest version?
Oh, I think I could talk about like so many of them. If I think about like some of them right now, I can say like La India, Miriam Hernandez was one of them, Thalia for sure, Selena for sure, Juan Gabriel, Rocío Dúrcal, Elenita Vargas, in los vallenatos colombianos, like our Colombian vallenatos, cumbia. It's crazy because I used to listen to everything, salsa, merengue, vallenato, bachata, and that's why I think this album is the perfect playlist of who I really am.
Yeah, and sonically, like you said, it spans so many of those Latin genres like you were talking about. What was it like for you to go from a listener and a lover of those types of music and genres to creating your own, to creating this album?
Oh, this one specifically was completely different to what I've done before in any different album that I've done.
How so? Give me the rundown.
I have to say that my last album, for example, Mañana Será Bonito, I was just doing music, trying to explain or trying to put in a song some words that I couldn't say and I wasn't able to speak. So I was just doing music, and then the team was like, "Hey, we need an album. We haven't launched an album in so much time." So I was like, "Okay, let's put this together." And I put the name was a mantra that I was having, so that was the album. But in this one specifically, I started from nothing, like writing down in a paper what would be like the perfect album in this moment of my career. So I put just moods, feelings, what I want people to hear, what I want people to hear, to feel when they listen to this album.
What were those
Everything.
earliest words? Like, what? I wish. Do you still have that? Like,
Yeah,
when you're
of course. I love to write things down. I have like so many notebooks for different things, and I love, because if I put them in my phone, I forget completely about them. So I love to do it like in a notebook. And I wrote like memories, nostalgic, different generations. I don't know. I thought a lot about my family and how our parties used to be when I was a child, like just waiting for my parents to have fun. And me with my cousins sitting in chairs or sleeping in chairs on corners, waiting for all of them and watching all of them having fun with the music. So I wrote down all of the feelings and type of music, the genres that I would love to have. And I went to all of the different genres and tried to get how they used to do it. Like they used to speak this way. They used to use this type of decadencias. I don't know how to say it in English, the decadencias in the music, like different feelings. And I really wanted to sound really authentic. Not how would be the modern way of it. No, I really wanted to sound like that era, that moment of life. That's why I think when people listen to this album, they feel that there's something that they already know.
They're taken to that place.
Exactly. I think they listen to my album and they're like, "Oh, this sounds familiar to me."
Yeah.
So that's what was the most important thing with my album, and I love it. The process was like a university for me that I didn't have never before. And to get to meet all the musicians that I work with, the different masters of the different genres of music, to travel to the different countries was amazing.
When it comes to this album, are you already thinking about how you're going to put this one on the stage, what you're dreaming about for that stage?
For sure, I think it was the hardest part of everything, because there's so many different genres in the album. I'm gonna say in the best moment of my career, I'm bringing so many different genres that they don't play in anymore. So it was like a challenge how I'm gonna put this together in a tour. Every day when I keep listening to it, and I get these ideas, and I speak with the team and bring in the musicians, the band, and everything. It's going to be a party.
I can imagine.
It's going to be a Latina party, and I don't know when it's going to happen, because I really think it has to be in a specific moment where I feel everything comes together and it's going to happen. But for sure, I'm like writing down ideas, speaking with the team. We have like so many good stuff happening when it's going to happen.
It's so exciting. Has there been a country or a city or a crowd that's really surprised you with how deeply they connect to your music or show out for your shows?
Okay, I think one of the craziest things is when I was on tour, in my last tour, I was like, oh my God, I feel that I'm from all of the places that I visit, not just being Colombian. It's crazy because every place that I went, people made me feel so deeply loved that I was like, I could be from here too. Like every place that I went, they were like so special. Even when I was in Europe, people were bringing their flags for every different country. Even when I was here in US, and I was like, I love that I made people feel proud of where they are, where we're from. But I think if I'm going to speak about a country that I get really influenced by, it's Mexico. Of course, my country, Colombia, all of my traditions and who I am I'm Colombian. But I think since I was a kid, since I was a child, I get really connected with the Mexican culture because of the novelas. Soap operas is, I think it's how you say it in English. But I used to love being like watching novelas with in my house and get together to all the music that they used to play in novelas, like mariachi, this Mexican pipe music. And I think since that moment, I started creating this personal relationship that I have. And I think I showed up a lot that in with my music.
With not only your music, but we got a glimpse of that as you're preparing for a tour. You're coming up with this album in your Netflix documentary, Karol G, Tomorrow Was Beautiful, which was such a moment for you to release this before this album came out. Why was it so important for you to show your fans this side of you and to show what goes on behind the scenes of someone like Karol G?
As a singer, as a public person, I think we get this pressure to show all the time the best side of everything. The success is kind of, you have to follow the movie. You have to be on the movie all the time, because if not, you don't gonna get the excitement of the people that it's needed. So for me, when I watching social media things, and I get confused how everyone is so happy, how everyone is so successful, how everyone is so perfect, and how everything is so cool and so nice, when the world is bleeding in so many different ways.
Yeah.
So it was important for me to take advantage of my platform and show how hard it is to be everyone, not just me. Like, it is hard to be me, it's super hard to be you, and it's super hard to be everyone, because all of us, we have like something that is getting us, like, it's putting us back for any reason. So I think it was for me like super important to show the vulnerability of the things, the process
Exactly.
to get the success. It's not just like showing, everything's perfect, this is success just touched me. No, how hard it was for me to get in that spot, the efforts, the hard work, the everything, because people is going to understand more.
Yes.
There's gonna be efforts, there's gonna be sacrifices, there's gonna be a sad moments, bad situations, but everything is gonna be for a reason. So for me to have that documentary out to show the realness of the process, it is super important.
And obviously you lived it, right? That was your life. So we could just see this sneak peek or this other side of it. Watching it back, I can imagine that's surreal, because you're watching something that you lived your life again. Was there any other perspective that you gained after that, or anything that you saw differently?
I think right now, if I think about my earliest years,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I've lived so many lives. Like, if I remember when I was a kid, and then when I was in the school, and then when I started working and looking for opportunities, I was like, oh my God, I've lived. I'm not that person anymore. I'm the same person, but no. It's crazy to feel how different lives I've lived, and to have the opportunity to make a stop and see where I come from. Because I'm all the time thinking about the future, like, what's next? I need to be ready. I need to keep working on myself. And what's next always is the future. But what about the past? What about all the things I've done? What about the things that I went through? And the documentary gave me that opportunity. And that was like a really awakeness moment in my life, to see maybe I'm super hard sometimes with myself. And of course, I want the future to surprise me with great things. But right now, I can see it, and I can say, like, wow, I've done so many. Exactly. I didn't expect that this was going to be that big. And I'm super grateful about it now.
If you were to play Tropicoqueta to your 16-year-old self in Colombia with your family, what do you think that she would think of it?
Oh, crazy. Yeah, crazy, because like, I don't know what people think about what I listen to when I'm in my car with my friends or with my family, but I never put like a playlist of one genre at the same time. I really love to put a playlist that is going to surprise me, and I'm going to vibe with the mood.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be like super happy with a EDM song, but then I'm going to get this sad moment that is going to bring a feeling that I will have there and I didn't know. But then it's going to be a party again, and then it's going to be a dark, sexy, specific, and I love that.
Yes,
take
us on the journey.
Exactly. So I think this playlist that I created for my album is kind
you
of...
really get to full circle,
like,
fully encompass it.
let me give you a playlist that you don't have to change a song. You're going to vibe with it, and you're going to have a party. Because my mom, for example, she's always like, can we listen to something different, please? We have listened to the same stuff for the last hour or something, where we are in different places. And I'm like, oh, that's a good thing. I'm going to create a playlist where it's not like just one thing for an hour.
Where everyone's happy with it.
Exactly.
I love that.
Everyone is going to be happy about it.
I love that the music is out. We're hopefully going to see you on a stage. I also love seeing you on the screen. Like, could we expect more acting projects soon?
I would love to.
Yes?
I would love to.
What would you love to do next?
I got some invitations. Let's see what's going to happen. I don't know. Let's the future surprise us.
Oh, I love that. You bring us so much joy. I'm so curious. Before we let you go, what is bringing you the most joy in your life right now? What is making you so happy?
Traveling in a different way. Like I travel so much doing my
Yes.
work and everything.
But now you're like vacationing.
It's not vacation. It's like I'm trying to know the places, but really know the culture, the folklore, I don't know, just to get muse from some different stuff. You know, like I travel so much, but I get this in a place in one day and I have to do stuff and I have to leave.
Yeah.
So I don't really get to know the place and the people and the culture. So right now I'm trying to do that, have spaces.
Where do you live right now?
I'm going for the first time to Japan. And I'm super excited about it.
I have never been before, but I feel like, oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know, but people say that it's another world. I think people from Europe and Asia, if they go to our Latina countries, they're going to feel the same way.
Yeah.
Because we're so different that it's a completely different world. So it's an invitation for everyone that is in the other continents to visit our Latina countries, another world. And it's a different, completely party, amazing energy, vibration, spectacular. But I'm super happy to know the other side.
Yes,
So,
Okay, let's keep us on your trip. And I also love you're spending so much time in New York. We were chatting beforehand where you were like, this was the first time.
Yeah.
You really felt like you got to like know the city and your neighborhood.
Because I used to live in Baldwin,
Yes.
in Long Island. I used to live with my aunt for a year or some when I studied English in here. So I think at that time I couldn't know a lot about New York. It was just living in a different place. But my music gave me the opportunity to know more about New York. Then I was like first coming to Manhattan all the time. But I spent the last 5 months in here, like as my base. And I was in West Village. So I had like more a lifestyle. It was like me having my classes, doing my stuff, getting ready for the album, for the launching of the album. But it was going out, like riding bicycle, running. And it was so much fun. And I loved it, the culture. It's a lot of inspo muse.
Did anything surprise you about New York, like living here like for so long?
Yeah, I think the way that everyone for so many different places and cultures get connected and they create like a vibe in New York. It's kind of a culture that is made for all the different cultures. I get to know more about that and I loved it. And I'm ready to keep like as a sponge, little sponge, getting absorb all of that energy.
Well, listen, you come back anytime, okay? We love having you. Our city just feels brighter with you here. Karol G, thank you so much for being here. Can we go up one more time for Karol G and her studio? We love you. Tropicoqueta is out now, streaming on iHeartRadio. You are the best. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here, and don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. See you next time.